My name is Augustine Awafo, one of the authors of the paper titled Bioenergy Electric Power Generation from Agricultural Residues in Morocco, Lessons for Brazil, paper ID number 9186. In this paper, I'll be looking at introduction of the study, the problem investigation of the study, and then biomass energy calculation, the results and discussion, and then conclusion. Morocco and Brazil rely on fossil fuel to supply a great share of the country's energy. Nevertheless, the dependence on fossil fuel comes with cost and carbon emissions. Therefore, Morocco and Brazil seek to find alternative renewable energy sources in order to meet with international protocols like the Paris Agreement. And these countries, if you look at them, they have availability of renewable sources like hydro, solar, wind, and biomass. Hydropower generation, which is one of the highly dependent renewable energy sources globally, is seeing a reducing trend in percentage share of power generation globally, including Morocco and Brazil. And this is due to the global warming, which is resulting in the decrease in water head due to the reduction and in the natural and due to rainfall reduction and natural drought. For this, other renewable sources must be utilized like biomass, wind, solar, which have more potential for also energy generation in Morocco and Brazil. When you look at the other renewable energy sources that can be used like solar, wind, and then biomass, solar and wind energy generation hugely depend on the weather or climatic conditions, which affects or which makes them highly intermittent. Therefore, biomass becoming the potential options for power generation. When it comes to biomass, we have multiple streams of biomass sources, which agricultural residues is one of them. But agricultural residue is highly recommended because we don't need to plant any it doesn't compete with energy with land. It doesn't compete with food crops for land and other or water, due to the fact that they are generated from the food crops as waste form. So to overcome the power supply insecurity associated with wind and PV as mentioned earlier, agricultural residue can serve as a potential solution by providing power to end users when wind and solar resources are not available. And crop residue usage for energy generation does not negatively impact food production because I say it does not compete with food crops, and also reduces the country dependence on fossil fuels and carbon emissions. So we are using agricultural biomass that is generated from different sources to generate electric power, and then we use the relation to estimate the energy generation potential. So we say that the energy that will be available will be the total residues that is generated minus the ones that is lost. And then we say that the total energy available is going to be the dry biomass available by the heating value of the biomass. And then for us to get the dry biomass, we need to get the yield and then the production area of the biomass. And then for us to estimate the heating value of the biomass, we need to get the carbon, the hydrogen, and the nitrogen content of the biomass using this relation that can give us the higher heating value of the biomass. After getting the higher heating value, we can also use the higher heating value to estimate the lower heating value, which is the higher heating value minus the moisture of vaporization that is contained in the higher heating value. Then after we get that one, we can use it to actually estimate the actual energy that will be available. Once we estimate the actual energy, we can also find the electric energy that can be estimated using the following the relations that are shown. So in this figure, we can see the lands that are available in Morocco. That is the arable lands is 3.4 million, and then we have 8.6 of other lands, and then forest reserve is 5.6 million hectares. So out of the 4 million hectares that is available for food production, we can actually estimate the energy potential that can be resulting from that. And then using that relation, we looked at the crops like cereals, olive, legumes, and then sunflower, sugar beet, and the rest. And we estimated the moisture content, the availability, the residues yield, and then the energy yield calculation were also estimated. And then this is the higher heating value for the different crops that were considered. And this one also is the energy that can be estimated from them. And then we look at the maximum, the minimum electric power that can be generated from them as shown in the various tables. So conclusion, we can say that biomass is a very high potential, has a higher potential of generating electric power from both Morocco and Brazil. Thank you very much.